Hey everybody, welcome back to Dead Man DZ's Kanji Study Sessions. We got 12 new vocabulary words from the JLPT N1 list today. As always, if you see a new kanji, we're going to write it down 10 times and say it out loud, and we'll go over its readings, its meanings, and how to remember it based on the radicals that make it up. If we see a new word but it's made a kanji we already know, we're just going to go over the meanings of the two words, or the two kanji, and how they come together to make our new word. If you don't want to listen to me write these down and say them out loud a bunch of times on stream, head on over to YouTube where you can skip ahead to the explanations. If you just want these word lists, head on over to Google Drive where you can download any of them you like. They're all up there. Our first word of the day is setsuritsu. Setsu on the left side for establishment, and ritsu on the right side for standing up. So establishing and standing up something is its establishment itself, its founding or its incorporation. Setsuritsu is founding, establishment, or incorporation. Setsuritsu. Setsuritsu desu. Setsuritsu is establishment or founding. Setsuritsu. 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 Number two is do-yo. Do on the left side for movement, and yo on the right side for shaking. So a shaking movement of something is shaking, trembling itself, oscillation, but it can also mean in a more metaphorical sense a disturbance, agitation, commotion. I've most often seen it used as agitation. Doyo shita, I was agitated by X. Doyo is agitation or shaking and trembling. Doyo. Doyo is agitation or oscillation. Doyo. Doyo is agitation or oscillation. Not to be confused with doyo, which can also mean kind of a compatriot or a companion. Doyo is written with different kanji that way. This doyo is movement, swaying. Doyo is oscillation or agitation. Doyo. Doyo desu. Doyo. Number three is okubyo. Byo on the right side is sickness, and oku on the left side is our new kanji for timid, timidity, heart, mind, fear, or cowardly, specifically cowardly. Radicals in this kanji are a moon on the left side, and on the right side we have an idea or a thought. So to have moonly, or kind of, if you think of the sun and the moon as kind of the antithesis to each other, you've got the sun being very brave and nice and kind, and the moon being, it's not always out all the time. It's a little bit cowardly. It's a little bit afraid. So timidity, heart, mind, or fear is moon thoughts. Oku, hokani, mune. Oku is timidity, heart, fear, or cowardly. Oku, hokani, mune is timid, heart, fear, or cowardly. Oku, the moon thoughts. The moon's thoughts, as opposed to the sun's thoughts, which are usually brave, gallant, and nice. The moon's thoughts are fearful, timidity, or heart. Oku. Oku desu. Oku. Okubyo. No oku is timidity, cowardly, or fearing. Okubyo no oku is cowardly. So to have the sickness of being cowardly, that means cowardly. Cowardly, timid, or easily frightened. Okubyo. And okubyo is cowardly, timidity, or frightened. Okubyo. Okubyo is cowardly, timid, or easily frightened. Okubyo. Our na adjective. Okubyo na hito. Number 4 is naikaku. Nai on the left side for inside, and kaku on the right side is our new kanji for a tower, tall building, or palace. Radicals in this kanji are a gate over each and every, or kind of a lot of. So the way I'm thinking about this is a tower or a tall building or a palace is a gated place that holds lots of villagers, or all that could hold all the people or all the villagers. Kaku is a tower, tall building, or palace. The real meaning for this word, naikaku, is, it kind of escapes me, because it means the people inside, actually that makes sense, the people inside the palace. Naikaku is the cabinet or ministry of a government. Naikaku is the cabinet or ministry of the government. Naikaku no kaku is at least easy to remember, since kaku, that kanji, or the radical in the middle of the two gates, or the two doors of the gate, is also pronounced kaku. Naikaku no kaku. The inside palace. Inside the palace is the cabinet or ministry of the government. Naikaku. Naikaku is the cabinet or ministry of the government. Naikaku. Naikaku is the cabinet or ministry of the government. The people inside the palace. Naikaku is the government cabinet. Number 5 is hakushi. Haku on the left side for someone who's learned, or a doctoral, and shi on the right side for a gentleman or samurai. I think in this case talking about kind of that class of people. So a hakushi is a samurai who is an expert or a doctorate at something. A doctor, a PhD, or an expert is a hakushi. Hakushi desu. Hakushi. Hakushi is a doctor or a PhD. Hakushi. Hakushi desu. Hakushi is a doctor, an expert, or a PhD in something. Hakushi. Hakushi desu. Number 6 is soritsu. So on the left side for creation and standing up. So on the left for creation, ritsu on the right side for standing up. So to create something and stand it up is its establishment, its founding, or its organization, much like setsuritsu. It's also establishment. Setsuritsu, soritsu is founding or establishment. Soritsu. Soritsu is establishment or founding. Soritsu. Soritsu is establishment or founding. Soritsu. Soritsu is the creation and standing up or organization of something. Soritsu. Number 7 is konomashi. Konomashi is nice, likable, or desirable. An E adjective. Konomashi is nice, likable, or desirable. Konomashi. Konomashi is likable, desirable, from our kanji that means to like. Konomashi is likable or desirable. Number 8 is kyokutan. Kyoku on the left side for an extreme or extremity, and tan on the right side for a verge. So the verge of an extremity is the very extreme or an extremity. Kyokutan is an extreme, verge, or an extremity. Kyokutan is the extreme verge of something or an extremity of it. Kyokutan. Kyokutan is an extremity or an extreme. Kyokutan. Kyokutan is an extremity or an extreme. Kyokutan desu. Kyokutan. Kyokutan is an extremity or an extreme. Number 9 is haretsu. Ha on the left side for tearing, ripping, or breaking, and retsu on the right side for a tear or a break. So this is breaking and kind of ripping or tearing or breaking due to a tear or break. Haretsu is an explosion, a rupture, or a break off. Haretsu is breaking into a split, rend, or tear. Haretsu. Let's think of it as destroy. How about destroy? Ha-retsu is to destroy into a shred, rip, or tear, a rupture. Haretsu is an explosion, a rupture, or a breaking off. Haretsu. Haretsu desu. Haretsu. 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 Number 10 is kaku-san. Kaku on the left side for expansion, and san on the right side for scattering. So expanding as you scatter is diffusion or scattering. Kaku-san is scattering or diffusion. Kaku-san. Kaku-san is scattering or diffusion. Kaku for expanding, and san for scattering. Scattering and diffusion is kaku-san. Kaku-san desu. Number 11 is ketsujo. Ketsu on the left side is a lack or absence, and jo on the right side is our kanji for like, being, or do. So having or being or doing a lack of something is that same thing. This is a noun for lack, absence, shortage, or privation. Ketsujo. You probably have noticed by now a lot of these kanji, you really only need to know the meaning of the first one to get the meaning of the whole thing. That's not always true, so you can't treat it as a rule and just learn the first kanji in every word you see, but it's sometimes true, so it can be kind of a good rule of thumb. Ketsujo is a lack or absence of something, a shortage or privation. Katsujo. Ketsujo. Sumimasen, ketsujo. Ketsujo. And finally, number 12 is Judai. Ju on the left side, kind of for following orders or obeying, and Rai on the right side for coming. So it's kind of following up to Following and coming to now, meaning up to now, so far, or traditional conventional, meaning following tradition as it has come to now. Judai is up to now, so far, or the conventional or traditional way in which order was followed to now. Ketsujo is a lack or absence, and our new word is Judai. Judai is up to now, so far, or tradition. Traditional and conventional. Judai. Judai is up to now. Judai. Judai is up to now. Judai desu. Judai. Let's go back to the top. Make sure we memorize. We haven't memorized any of these, but we're putting pins in our memory where the memorizations will go. Let's make sure we've got our pins set at least. Make sure you're making flashcards and immersing yourself in Japanese. Read some Japanese, man. Watch some Japanese. Do it. You gotta do it. Our first word is establishment, founding, or incorporation with Setsu, with establishing on the left and standing up on the right. Setsu. Shaking, trembling, or oscillation is doyo. Do on the left side for movement, and yo on the right side for oscillation or shaking. Doyo is agitation or oscillation. Cowardly, timid, easily frightened is okubyo. Oku on the left side, our new kanji for timidity, coward, fear, or the heart and mind, and byo on the right side for a sickness of it. A sickness of timidity is cowardly. Cabinet of a government or a ministry is the naikaku. Nai on the left side for inside, and kaku on the right side for the palace. Guys inside the palace are the cabinet. Naikaku. A doctor, PhD, or an expert is a hakushi. Haku on the left side for a doctor, and shi on the right side for a gentleman or a swordsman. Double check that pronunciation. Hakushi. Hai. Hakushi. An establishment, founding, or organization could also be, instead of setsuritsu, it could be soritsu. So on the left side for creation this time. And ritsu again on the right side for standing up. Creating and standing something up is founding it. Something that is nice, likable, or desirable is konomashi. Konomashi. Konomashi, R-E adjective for likable. An extreme or an extremity is a kyokutan. Kyoku on the left side for an extreme. And tan on the right side for a verge. Kyokutan is a verging extreme of something. An explosion, rupture, or break off of something, this is a noun, is a haretsu. Ha on the left side for destroying, and retsu on the right side for rupturing, breaking, or splitting off. Haretsu is a rupture or break off. Scattering and diffusion is kakusan. Kaku on the left side for expanding, and san on the right side for scattering. A lack, absence, shortage, or privation of something is a ketsujo. Ketsu on the left side for a lack of, and jo on the right side for like or is. And finally, up to now, so far, or traditional and conventional is Judai, following the coming to now, which is a weird way to say that. Judai is up to now, or traditional and conventional. Thanks for watching today, everybody. I hope you had a good Thursday, and I will see you all tomorrow for Friday. Kinyobi. Thanks for watching, everyone. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. Ja ne. Ja!